So we got the full chapter leak. It's chapter 56 of the Dragon Ball Super Manga, and I'm going to tell you this right now. This might be the best chapter of Dragon Ball Super that we have ever had. Like, I'm not even kidding. Seeing what happens and what's going on in this chapter blew my mind multiple times from just looking through it real quick. Because I didn't really read it or try to translate it this time, because that takes just way too long, and I'm just too excited. I just gotta talk about it. So we start off with Jaco, and this whole beginning part just like emits an atmosphere of like the good guys are serious, and this is awesome seeing like the Galactic Patrol in full force. And this really reminded me of Star Wars with these 2 pages of all these ships just flying through, Jaco flying through space with all these speed lines. Really great art here. And man, you could really tell the build up to the big reveal here. And just like, oh my God, this blew my mind a few times here. So we have the reveal. Boom. Tien and Yamcha have entered the battlefield. And Chaozu, of course. And what's even greater is that they all have the Galactic Patrol symbol on their uniforms. It's like, okay, that's kind of interesting that you actually took the time to do that. Granted, it has been, what is it? They've been preparing for 2 months now. So I guess that makes sense. I think that's really cool. Like we finally have like the Dragon team as Galactic Patrolmen getting ready to fight Moro's army. Oh my God, it's so pumped. This whole page, I love this whole page. Like Yamcha's ready. He's like, yeah, man. Freaking Chaozu's ready to do business. And it's a full page spread. What I did find interesting here is that Roshi is just as short as Krillin. So I guess apparently they were able to track down Tien even though he doesn't have a cell phone. Maybe they got him like a track phone or something like that. And Yamcha, they decided to give him a little bit of attention. And we'll get to Yamcha in a second, believe me. So Boo arrives, and I think the last time we actually saw Boo, he was the Grand Supreme Kai, and they were leaving New Namek. So now I guess Boo is just asleep again. Like, as if this trope isn't played out enough as it is, now it's just annoying at this point. But I'm thinking that they're actually going to do something with this, because I don't feel like the Grand Supreme Kai's role in this is over, especially when it comes to Moro, you know? So I'm going to hold off judgment on that, especially since we don't know what they're saying yet. But then, boom, Moro's men arrive, and they just start wreaking havoc all across the Earth. And it's interesting seeing the different parts of Earth here, instead of just being contained to like West City or something like that, you know? So it's really cool seeing like not Magetta here just attacking the humans. And it just seems like they don't care who they're attacking, they're just causing havoc. Which causes the Galactic Patrol and our heroes to kind of split up and kind of choose which enemies they want to take on. So Krillin and Master Roshi go on their own separate ways. And this is really cool because we're seeing some interesting locales and some really great art here by Toyotaro. And of course, Krillin gets his rematch with the Panda Dude. And I'm really hoping this pays off, because Krillin, especially after the Tournament of Power, we need to see some really good Krillin action. And this seems to be a really good opportunity to do that. And of course, Master Roshi is gonna go fight these female criminals. Oh man, that's a good opportunity for some good comedic stuff there. So then we cut to Piccolo and Gohan. So who are they fighting? Oh, the one Predator dude. And it's like, okay, well, they can take him on, no problem. But nope, another twist with freaking Android 73. He has cloaking. And of course, why should Piccolo and Gohan be smart enough or be able to hear his approach behind them? You know, especially with Piccolo with his super hearing and all, but which we have forgotten about, of course. So he grabs the back of their necks and absorbs both of them. So it is not looking good for these guys. And it's a little annoying how they just keep letting this happen, but who knows, maybe in the dialogue they're actually saying, we let you copy our powers because we have a strategy now. And the strategy being this energy eye contact lens. which Gohan uses to block 7-3's special beam cannon, because that is 7-3's special tech, or his favorite of Piccolo's techniques apparently, because he just does it over and over and over again, and he can because he has infinite stamina. So interestingly, Gohan decides, the look of this thing is really interesting. It's like not really anything that we've seen in Dragon Ball before that I remember. So I'm really curious as to what exactly it is, if they explain it. So he starts spinning it for some reason, and I'm not really sure why he's doing it. Maybe it's to like disperse 7-3's special beam cannon, because Piccolo goes on from the other side and blasts it, and then oh my god, this is fucking amazing. He overcomes 7-3 and just blasts a part of his freaking body off. This is so freaking cool, guys. And you even see his special beam cannon from across the earth. You see Tien and Chaozu, who are beating up this Magetta guy. I want to see that fight too. Like, don't cut that fight out, please. Let's see all of it. I want to see all of this. So I'm curious as to how this is working. Like, how is Piccolo now able to overcome him? Did he put every single ounce of his power into this, or what? So this is, oh my god, like this is actually kind of is reminiscent of when Piccolo did it, when Gohan and Piccolo did their team up in the Tournament of Power episode 118, where they're fighting the Universe 6 Namekians, when Piccolo did it, and you see the special beam kind of shooting off in the distance there. It's so good, guys. This is amazing. I love this chapter. So of course 7-3 is not done, as he has Piccolo's powers. Of course he has his power to regenerate. So he regenerates his limbs, and then we get some more fighting with them. Like this chapter definitely focuses on them for a large portion, and I think it should, though part of me thinks that they kind of should have held off a little bit longer for this rematch to take place, but it's amazing nonetheless, and I'm loving every second of every freaking panel of this. 7-3 just shooting like all this rapid fire blasts at Gohan. He's just dodging every single one of them. I love right here how Gohan gets he's basically using Piccolo's blast to propel himself even faster up. This is amazing. Their teamwork is so good in this. But one little thing, Piccolo or Gohan using this gi, I really wish he would either use the scholar outfit, or especially more fittingly his Great Saiyaman outfit. I think that would have been amazing here, but this outfit works just fine, I guess. So the scene, so to speak, ends with Gohan getting a hit on 7-3, and I really like how it did this. It focused a large chunk of the beginning of the forces gathering together, getting ready for the invasion, and then the invasion happening, and they're like, okay, let's get to work, let's spread out and do this. And then a large chunk focuses on, like, we get a little bit of focus on Krillin and some others, and then we get a large focus on Gohan and Piccolo doing their awesomeness. And then we get a little bit of focus on something else. And Yamcha fans, you are going to be happy. Like, Yamcha, after this, is no longer mean. Toyotargo's like, what? What's that mean? Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Yamcha's a badass. He's just like freaking beating the crap out of these Moro criminals, and it's amazing. And I really hope that we get more of this. Because I don't feel like this little bit, like this one page, is enough. Now, honestly, I do hope we get more of Tien, because we didn't get really any of Tien in this, and I like Tien a lot more than Yamcha. Oh man, if this is all we get, it's going to be disappointing, but I'll still be really happy that we do get this. And I love the intensity here, and I love how we're showing here that Yamcha is just fighting all three of these guys at once, and then boom, they're just in this pile as he's walking away, and he's like, yeah, no biggie. I wonder how strong Yamcha's gotten. We kind of are done with that break from Gohan and Piccolo's focus, and we have an amazing, like, this is like the best picture of all time in the manga. And freaking Gohan doing the Masenko and Piccolo doing the special beam cannon. Now, I do kind of think that there's a little bit of oversaturation of the special beam cannon. Like, it's used over and over and over again, and when something is used so frequently, it often loses its intensity, so to speak. So I feel like he should have done like the Hellzone grenade, or maybe one of his other techniques instead of the special beam cannon here. But this shot here of Gohan and Piccolo, this is the duo. This is the Dragon Ball Super duo. Amazing stuff, but it's especially amazing when their attacks kind of coalesce into just obliterating the crap out of 7-3. So since this chapter is just the chapter of mind blows, we got freaking Tien and Yamcha finally showing up to the battlefield, and Chaozu, of course, and Roshi, Krillin fighting. Like, we have these side characters having some great action, and then we got the mind blows of freaking Piccolo and Gohan's like teamwork and just awesomeness against 7-3, just blowing him to smithereens. But you know, that's the question. What can they really do against Moro? And 7-3 still has Moro's ability in stock. So what, you know, how are they going to counter this? Well, I'll tell you, 17 and 18 show up and kick them right in their damn faces. This entrance is perfect for these two. Like, they shouldn't be able to sense them either. So how would they know that they were going to show up? Now we will find out if Moro's abilities can steal Android 17 and 18's energy. And this is a really large power for them to have on the good guy side with 17. So, like, how are these bad guys going to deal with them? But we'll have to find out later as we cut away to Moro. And then, of course, Vegeta still training on Yardrat, who seems to be training really, really hard. And it seems like they're getting news that Earth is under attack. And I think Vegeta is saying, well, Moro's not there yet, so let's continue training. Let's do this one more time. And then the funniest part of this whole chapter, Goku's still stuck. And it looks like he might be lost. Like, did he figure out how to fly the spaceship and then he arrived on this planet with these squid creatures? But yeah, that looks pretty funny. I don't know why. He should just be able to sense the battle going on Earth and just instantly teleport there. But anyway, amazing chapter so far. I'm super curious to see what the dialogue actually is and if we're going to get some more building up of what's going on. So look forward to my review when the chapter comes out on the 20th. Thank you very much for watching as always, and as always, take it easy.